Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Business Plugs Mixer. Hi, my name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the Business Plug. And this evening, I am going to plug you in to the Choose Guy, the Chewzie Guy, the Chewzie Guy. I keep saying it wrong, the Chewzie Guy. But before I do that, I want to tell you that right now, if you are disabled, veteran, minority, woman owned, if any of those categories you fit, I am helping you get certified at the government level, locally, at the state level, and at the federal level in order to get closer to the money. I want to teach small business owners how to get to the money, consistent revenue in your business. And so in this season, my goal is to do 124 businesses by November. So if you are in any of those categories and you need that support, then reach out to me. The link is where you're watching this. And now I get to introduce you to my buddy, my friend, my version of Chicago Fire. Even though he's in Maryland. Welcome to the Business Plugs Mixer, Chewzie. How are you, Chewzie Guy?
Good. How are you, Linda?
I am good. So tell them who you are, Sully.
Well, first of all, Linda, that intro had me fired up. I don't know if you saw me backstage, but I was, dude, I liked it. Did you put that together yourself?
I did.
That was good.
That is my creation. I did. My son told me I needed an intro. So that's my intro.
I like it. Very professional and, still hip enough to keep people entertained. I loved it.
Well, thank you. So tell them, Sully, who are you? Why should these people get to know the Chewzie Guy?
Oh boy. All right. Well, first of all, Linda and I met. Let me get into this. We just met at the blocks, right? Like how long ago? 10 days ago? Yeah. So Linda was the most beautiful lady in the room. So right when I walked in, I went straight to her because she's a people person and she shines like a beautiful star. And she's just the best. So I met her right away, and we hit it off. She's so smart and kind, and what she wants to do is being a facilitator with businesses and stuff. It makes so much sense. We need people like you that are out there and that are just such good people. You know what I mean? Like whenever you can work with somebody like you, I don't care what industry it's in. I'm going to say yes, Linda. I'm going to be like, yes. Do you want my money? You can take it. You can figure me out for me because you're that good of a person.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that.
But now about me, Linda. No. Now it's time to talk about me.
It's time to talk about you.
No.
I love you.
My company is my company is called the Chewzie. It's very silly. But I'm from a small town in Ohio, and I moved out to Maryland when I became a firefighter 14 years ago. I was a paramedic for a long time, and being from a small town in Ohio and being in the fire department, there is 10 million Americans throughout America that use some sort of circular tins like this that they keep in their back pockets, right? Some chew or nicotine or something like that. And then we are infatuated with drinkware, right? We're constantly setting our drinkware down. We have Yetis and all these different tumblers, and we buy new crazy stuff all the time. Well, I had the ridiculous idea to make a 2-vice vessel, drinks up top and all that stuff right down here below in the little stash container. So it's very simple. I just had always had this idea. And because I've always been a cut up and kind of a wild kid and kind of in trouble sometimes, nothing too crazy, Linda, nothing that's sticking out on my rap sheet that's bad. But I've always been a wild kind of outside the box thinker. And I thought, you know what? I can create this, and then the way I'm going to market it is just kind of create funny videos on the internet, and I'll put out one of those a day, give or take, and then I'll just create like an organic following. If it's funny, if people like the product, they'll follow us and they'll buy it, and we'll find out in the first year if it's worth anything. And I've had such a blast doing it, and it seems like it is worth something, Linda, if you're going to ask me.
I tell you what. Being a business strategist, I never see a bad idea, right? I just see ideas that may need tweaking one way or the other. But for the most part, most ideas are great ideas. And so you came out of this creating this product because what was the thing that clicked and you're like, I need to make that?
It wasn't so much a thing that clicked. Is I have 3 kids, Linda, and I know you have 3 boys too. Is that correct?
Yep, yep, yep.
So once my last child went away to kindergarten, not away, I didn't pack his bags and make him ship out. But in the fire department, we have a goofy schedule. So I was daddy daycare. I got to spend more time with my kids than probably 98% of dads, because I would work 1 day on and then I have 2 days off. So I spent 4 days with just me and my kids for as long as they've been alive, and it was awesome. And my wife has like a 9 to 5, so we would switch on and off. But once that last kid went to school and they were gone every day and I didn't have anybody to pal around with, I was like, you know what? I think I have enough time and enough energy. And I've always had this idea of the Chewzie, the world's only brew and chew koozie. I was like, maybe I can make it. And so I went through the process. In the process, when you're not a smart guy, Linda, you're smart, so you didn't have to worry about this. But me being a fireman, it took me a while to figure out, to jump through these hoops. So
you're way ahead of me.
And it's
you're
get
ahead
out
of
of here.
You're ahead of me.
Yes,
inventions.
I had dude, you what you've been doing for so long, I feel like you've already mastered it. So now it's just kind of like the cherries on top here.
Well, but to have an idea, like I don't have an imagination like that. I don't. And so for you, I applaud you, first of all, for having an idea and then making that into a reality. Like that's like the jam. That's where everybody should want to be, right? So to make that. So how did you say this cup, this bottom is going to make it happen? Like how did you even come up with that?
So I went, I read a couple books, and it took me years to read those 2 books. But no, I read a couple books and figured out kind of the process for it. So I went to like a patent office and I said, hey, does this exist? If it doesn't exist, can I create it? And they were like, it doesn't exist, but you couldn't possibly create this thing because you can't market a whole business around 1 cup. And when somebody tells me not to do something, Linda, it kind of irks me, right? I'm like, oh, you tell me I can't do that? You tell me I can't do it? And so I promptly went home and decided how the hell I can do it. But it took probably 6 to 8 months. So I went to my college. I had them, the University of Maryland. They have an engineering department called Terrapin Works, and it's a bunch of engineering students. And I gave them the drawing, and they have 3D computers. And I said, hey, can you create something like this? And so they shot me out a little, kind of like a sketchy mold made out of plastic, and then all stainless steel. Yeah. And so I had like one tangible one, right? But that was not the product that I needed to sell. So all stainless steel drinkware in all of America, Yetis and Stanleys, all that stuff is made in China. Stainless steel drinkware is all made in China. So I had to go on Alibaba's website. They're kind of like the Amazon of China. And then you find a company that creates something similar. And we went back and forth with prototypes for 6 months, trying to make sure that it fit all sorts of, because these little tins that are in gas stations all across the country, all across the world, they're different sizes, but they're all pretty much the same size. So I had to make sure it fit every single size. So it fits these new school ones called Zin, fits older school ones like Skoal and all the sorts of older tobacco. And then we don't really, that's why I designed it, but it also fits anything you want. People put, to be honest, Linda, I don't know if weed is legal in your state, but people love to put weed in there. Okay, well, I can't, you can cut that out. Medicinal medications, people like to put that in there. But people at the beach like to put, it's good for the pool and for the beach. Like you can put your keys, a key fob, you can put money, things like that, jewelry. So it's not like, I'm not telling you what to do with it, Linda. This is America. People do whatever they want. It's just it's a cup with a little stash container at the bottom. That's it.
I love it.
That's all I created. And then I make lots of silly videos to go along with it. So even if you don't want to buy the drinkware, you're able to follow along the Chewzie, and you're going to laugh because I put out lots of dumb videos. Some of them have my shirt off. I'm not going to do it right now, Linda, because you didn't pay for it yet. But if you need me to really promote this, I'll pop this bad boy off right now. We'll get 1 million views by the end of tonight. Happy Father's Day.
I So tell them about the videos. Tell them about the videos that they want to see. Everybody, you need to follow the Chewzie on Instagram and look at the videos. Tell them about the videos.
Yeah, I mean, well, yes, I create lots of ridiculous videos, Linda. You know this. When you are the CEO of your own comedic drinkware company, there no rules apply to you. So whatever I think of that day, that's generally what I do. Sometimes it's content about like drinking or partying. Sometimes it's dad content. Sometimes I think up little skits that I do. I did a skit, not even a skit. I did a little TikTok video. TikTok is where we have most of the followers, and they like the dumber stuff that I put out generally. But I did a gas station TikTok video 2 days ago, and it has 150,000 views already. So it's like you never know what people are going to like, but the more you just do it day in and day out, that's all I tell myself. I can't follow algorithms. I'm not really smart. I know that if I do one video a day for 365 days, this is going to grow. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I've told myself, and I've had a lot of fun with it so far.
I know it. And so in your videos, so when you're not doing gas station videos, you're actually finding professional athletes. You're actually finding professional athletes, and you are engaging with them in interviews about them and their sport. Like you're engaging, you're actually actively interviewing them while you participate in their sports.
Linda, you are such a good listener. Yeah, you are really the best. Yes. So my favorite bit to do is called Man vs. Athlete, where I get a higher tier athlete or professional athlete of some sort, and I play them in their sport, right? But while I play them in their sport, I interview them, and then they beat me down. And it's pretty funny for most people that watch it. It's not as funny for me in the moment when I'm going up against a boxer or the jiu-jitsu guy or the lacrosse guy that was just beating me with his stick, but it makes for good content. I love sports. And so that's a way for me to kind of reach out to like higher level people, like affiliate marketing in a sense. And so I get some of their followers and they get some of my 3 followers, and then we go from there. But it's I love to do stuff like that. And the whole goal of this is that we're going to have the drinkware, different colors, different sizes, different things like that down the line. But we're also just going to be entertainers that can also help monetize the program. And it's like the more people that follow us, there's advertising, there's publicity that comes with it. So if you can do something where, your passion meets your strengths. And I'm kind of a goofball, right? And I'm very passionate about it. So I'm just trying to find that sweet spot, Linda.
I love it. I love it, though. But you are hilarious, first of all. You're hilarious. And you told me that you had ambitions of being an entertainer. And so this is your way of entertaining us in a whole new, who would have thought? Like the things that you come up with for your videos, the followers, you get those views because you're interesting. And because you're entertaining. Like I saw that immediately.
The one thing I will say, yes, I am an entertainer in a sense. I've kind of always been like, it's because I'm the youngest, Linda. You know that baby boy needs to fight for that attention. But I know, because I was a paramedic for 10 years. And when you're in the back of an ambulance with someone on one of the worst days of their life, you get to talking with them. You've had your own experiences, right? You went into cardiac arrest, a couple years ago. And so when you see things and you see life that's taken from people at any given day, you know how short life can be and that you don't take anything for granted. So I am so lucky and so fortunate for everything that I have, my job, my family, my smoke show of a wife, my 3 awesome, healthy kids. This is bonus material for me. I'm happy to be here. I have a blast every day. I know, it could get taken from me any minute. And when it does happen, I promise you, I won't have any regrets.
I heard you. I love that. And this is such a great Father's Day message, because most of us, like, we grew up thinking, well, our dads are goofy, because he's the one that has fun. He's hard. In your case, you were there with your kids. So like they know you. But like for us who had dads that worked out of the house, he would be this goofy character that we spent the weekend with when he wasn't working, right? And so for Father's Day, you're showing dads that, regardless of what your gift or your ambition, or like you're showing them something as simple as a can, something as simple as a thermal container with the thing on the bottom of becomes a whole business, becomes a whole movement, becomes a whole 160 something thousand views. Like, who does? You're showing them, regardless of what they do, that there's an avenue for them. And I think this is a great Father's Day message. I think.
Yeah, I mean, and this has nothing to do with the cup. You're right. I mean, it does make a great Father's Day present. You're right, Linda. But yeah, no, if you have, this, hard work and passion are everything. And it's like a year ago when I had thought of this, well, when I had started up the company, I didn't have any sales, right? Had no sales, didn't know what I was doing. And like I knew that I was passionate about it, and I knew I could work every day to kind of get to that milestone of being successful. I look back, it's only been 1 year, but I look back, we've sold over 2,400 of them. We have more than 4 million views on the internet. I've traveled to countless states, 5 or 6 different states, promoting this, doing different shows and stuff. I already had, I'm not going to lie, Linda, this is my second podcast of the day. I didn't meet, listen, it's Father's Day. The Chewzie Guy is a hot commodity, I got to say, but it's already taken me so many places, and it's just because I think I have fun with it, and it is passion. So if you have a passion for anything, it doesn't matter what it is, and you're willing to work hard, then you can be successful. That's all
Absolutely.
I know.
Absolutely. I love that. I love. You are my Father's Day gift to the fathers that's watching this, is that you're showing them how they can take their idea and put it out here in the universe and enjoy it, right? And so I applaud you for that. Again, it's a great Father's Day gift, and you can get the link. The link is wherever you're watching this, so you can go ahead and start your order or pass it on to your kids and your spouse, your significant other, and tell them you want a Chewzie. You want one of the Chewzies. Yeah, because that is.
And you
say, huh?
I was just gonna say you're Chattanooga, right? Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I'm Chattanooga. Yeah, I'm the Choo Choo City.
First of all, Chattanooga, gotta say, best city name in all of America. There's no funner name to say than Chattanooga. I could say it 100 times. Chattanooga, Choo Choo City, Chattanooga. Love it.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
in Tennessee, there's tons of people that use some sort of nicotine or something that's in a small tin like that. And that's the problem that I wanted to solve, is that ring on the jeans. Everybody, for 100 years, men have had rings on their jeans and they're sitting on their tins. There's nothing wrong with it, but I always wondered, man, there should be a better place to keep that thing. And so that was like the little problem I wanted to solve. It is not revolutionary, Linda. It is not really going to change anybody's lives, but I have a blast with it. And that's the only thing that really matters, right?
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And your customers get to enjoy something that's unique and that was made specifically for them. So yeah, yes. so you're solving a problem for them, but you're also developing and enjoying the trip, the journey yourself. So that's all good.
That's right. And then you obviously did so great at the blocks. I mean, I can't spoil it because it's not coming out for a long time. But Linda, your girl Linda here, it was up there doing stuff that, it was great to see, because she's got so much passion and so much energy, and she's just a big ball of light. And man, I wouldn't have been the same without her.
It wouldn't have been the same without you either. You were the first person I met at that first day, because I hadn't met anyone. We sat and we chopped it up, and we had a good time from that time to the rest of the time. So it was a great experience. And so I am so glad that I was chosen, and that you were chosen, and that we were chosen to be on that show at that time.
Yes,
I really am.
We had a good time.
We had a good time.
It was a little tough being away from our family and our normal day-to-day, right? But we made it through.
I think I had more problems acclimating back into my life after I got back. Yeah. Because I did a whole different daytime schedule and eating, and I had to get back into my real life.
And Linda, I'll let you in on one little secret, okay? It's Father's Day, so I'm allowed to have a beer here, but hold on one sec. One little secret about the show. this is not on the show, but last night we wrapped filming. Everybody was all done. I might have stayed up a little too late, Linda, a little too late. Might have missed my flight the next day. I don't think my wife was too happy about that. So you might have to help smooth it over with me. I haven't even been back a week yet.
And you're already in the doghouse? You come back from the show in the doghouse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not only did I leave her with 3 kids for a week, but then I missed my flight. I had to home alone my ass back to the East Coast, planes, trains, and automobiles. Thumb up on the side of Route 70, looking for John Candy. Couldn't find him anywhere, but hey, I had to hop a couple different flights, but I got back and everything's good for now. Isn't that right?
She's like, I'm not talking to you. We're still not talking. You've been gone over 10 days.
I'll just go straight to the guest bedroom.
Well, tell her I said thank you for allowing me to capture you for Father's Day. Tell her I said thank you and give those babies a hug for me. Like that, our kids, they get grown so fast. They get grown so fast. You're like, where did all the time go? But I thank you. And they can follow you wherever they're watching this video. I'm going to push it out on Spotify, and I'll be sending you the link to all that. But I want you to have the best Father's Day ever. And again, thank your wonderful family for allowing me to borrow you to spend time to tell people about the Chewzie.
Well, thank you for having me, Lynn.
Absolutely. So before we wrap, what would you like anyone who's watching this video, this interview, to take away from it?
Anyone who's watching the video, what do I like? I'm sorry, it cut out.
What do you want them to take away from it?
I still couldn't get it. Sorry.
I'm sorry. That is no problem. We're having connectivity. There's probably a storm somewhere. So anyone who's watching this video, what would you like them to take away from this after watching about the Chewzie Guy?
Oh, there we go. I got you. I got you back. What was the last question?
What would you like them to take away from this interview of the Chewzie Guy?
Well, just kind of like, just reiterate what I said, that I am not a special guy. I dropped out of college. I joined the fire department. I'm not a smart guy. Either way, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. If you are old, young, black, white, purple, green, it doesn't matter. If you have a little bit of passion and you have a work ethic, you just got to put it in and day out. And after a couple months, after a year, after a couple years, you're going to look back and you're going to be a better person, a stronger person, probably a more successful person. So we learned a good bit of that at the blocks together. I'm going to carry a lot of that with me. And hopefully you and I can just keep chugging along, because
Absolutely.
We're going to get to that mountaintop, Linda. You and I are going to be up there holding hands and be like, we did it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We's family now.
That's right.
We are definitely family now. So thank you. My name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. I just plugged you into the Chewzie Guy. So make sure for Dad's Day, for Father's Day, if you can't figure out what to get in, I just gave you the perfect gift. Go ahead and click the link and get introduced to the Chewzie Guy's world. You all have a great, great rest of your day. Happy Father's Day to all.
Thank you, Linda. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And we'll see you next Sunday on the Business Plug.
Thank you, Linda.
Have a great night, everyone. Have a great week.